Gombe State is battling devastating gully erosion that has ravaged over 200 communities, consumed thousands of hectares of land, destroyed homes and left many families homeless. The state's landscape has been severely altered, with deep gullies and ravines now a common sight. This environmental degradation has destroyed properties and threatened the livelihood of many residents.
These gully erosions within the Gombe metropolis and even some part of the state have serious negative impact when it comes to means of livelihood to the communities that are residing around those areas, because you can see, first and foremost, it's threatening their homes, and most of them that reside around those areas, whenever the rainy season is approaching, they are always having sleepless nights because they know that at any given time they might lose their homes and again their means of livelihood. These erosions keep on encroaching and the land keeps on disappearing by the day. So what that means, if you have farms around that area, the size of your farm keeps on decreasing.
Wannan kwarin dai yana kawo mana kalubale masu yawa, wanda idan ka dubi yadda kwarin yake, da kwarin karami ne, akwai kuma gidaje kewaye da shi, amma a sakamakon zaizayen da yake duk kusan gidaje na kusa da wajen kaga dai duka sun riga sun lalace, masu gidajen sun kaura sun koma waɗansu wurare. To kullum kuma wajen karuwa yake ta, yanzu in ka lura ma za ka ga kwarin ya fuskanci cikin gari. To kaga dai wannan shine babban kalubale a wajenmu.
Lallai kwari dai muna faman fuskantar barazana na zaizaya. Ko daga nan ma an ka duba gabar din nan za ga can makabarta ne, za ga yadda kwarin nan ruwa yayi ta cin shi, mun yi iya bakin gwargwadon kokarin mu a matsayin mu na community na anguwan nan wanda bamu kai ga gaci ba. Mun bibiya zuwa gwamnatin jiha, local government, wanda muna ta bi akan cewa a zo a yi mana kokari a gyara mana kwarin nan sakamakon wuraren mu da dan filayen mu su samu su tsira a wannan anguwa har yanzu abu ya ci tira.
To combat this issue, the Gombe State government, led by Governor Muhammadu Yahaya, has secured international intervention from the European Investment Bank, EIB, supporting the Nigeria Erosion Adaptation and Watershed Project, NEWMAP-EIB.
The Gombe State government, under the leadership of Alhaji Muhammadu Yahaya, is committed to programs that are with the development partners, not only with the NEWMAP that is being funded by the European Investment Bank. We have a lot of commitment that the state government did in seeing that the project came to stay in Gombe. One of which is the provision of the state counter fund, amounted to about 500 million that is invested in the program to support the initial processes and procedures of onboarding the program. That will involve all the necessary designs and the set of offices. It will serve as a seed money for the program, where the project will not have any hitches in terms of its onboarding. And then the state government also provided an office accommodation, furnished the office, and then provided quality staff that can be part of the project to see that we have a hitch-free exercise in implementing this laudable project.
This flash storm only take about 10-15 minutes after a rainstorm, and that is the most devastating period when houses falling, land are washed away, children or even elders fall into the storm water now taken away. At that point, it is very, very difficult for you to cross to the next bank because you have to wait until the flash flood is completed. And this has effectively disconnected our communities and has hindered community interaction.
This initiative aims to reduce Nigeria's vulnerability to soil erosion and land degradation. Recently, a delegation from the National Project Management Unit visited Gombe to assess potential beneficiary communities.
Immediately I arrived Gombe, I was hoping to see the challenges that has to do with environmental degradation, be it in form of gully erosion, be it in form of flooding, be it in form of desertification. And I'm not surprised based on the situation of the geology of Gombe and the topography of Gombe. We have really seen the high impacts of gully erosion within Gombe metropolitan area.
The assessment support mission is meant to evaluate our preparedness for disbursement, and there are criteria that have been set for participating states to fulfill. So the visitation is a milestone that measures your state of preparedness, and I'm very happy that we did well. We have an office, we have the complementary staff, and most importantly is the counterpart, which can never be overstressed. His Excellency Muhammadu Inua Yahaya Gombe was graciously gave us a 500 million naira counterpart, and you know how hard it is for government to cover out such amounts. I believe because of the interest he has in the project, and he believes that the project can help to ameliorate the environmental challenges we face in Gombe.
Our government, in particular the state governor, is keen because we have a development agenda in Gombe State. And these development partners that we give a lot of priority to them, they are in Gombe to augment what the state government is doing. And so therefore, seeing the value of what they are bringing to the state, it is the reason why the state governor is giving the most priority to them, and then is committed to all the eligibility criteria that is being set for a state to be part of the programs. So our governor will not in any way joke with the criteria given the eligibility and all the necessary processes, procedures that need to be on ground.
The team inspected active gully erosion sites in 5 local government areas of the state, including major drainage areas that traverses Wuroshie, Bomala, Yerima Quarters and Galdemari, as well as GGSS Doma and Ungwa Uku. They also visited Kundulum and Arao communities in Gombe metropolis. In addition, the team assessed the damage done by active erosion in Joro Tukur, Joro Musa and Ungwanzana in Kumo, headquarters of Akko local government area. They also visited Poshia, Gada Uku and COE Bilili, where the erosion is threatening the growth and development of the areas.
Wannan kwarin da gidajen mu ne a guraren da gidajen yan uwanmu da yawa da abubuwan mutane da yawa a gurin. Kwari ya zo a cinye shi gaba daya. Kalubalen da muke fuskanta sakamakon wannan kwarin yana cinye mana gidaje, yana cinye mana filayen gonakai da irin su kuma yana ajiye mana wayansu abubuwan da ba mu taba ganin irinsa ba.
Mun gaskiya muna shan wahala in aka yi ruwa. Aka yi ruwa muna shan wahala, ba ma samun tsallakawa.
In aka yi ruwa ba ma samun mu wuce, in ta gefe-gefe ne bara wuce ba dole sai an zo wurin kan gadan kuma gadan bai da wani karfi dan yanzu haka ma an yi gyaran ta kwanan nan kaga gyaran bai yi wani abu nan ba.
I took up this office 2 years ago, and immediately when I came I was really not at peace because of the speed of erosion. Every rainy season the erosion increases, and in the rainy season there are places that we might not access because the erosion has eaten up the road, and so if you go on it you might have a problem. So it was a serious issue for me, serious concern, and the erosion is round the school. It's around the school. The way you see it like this, it's going round up to the other end of the road. So it is also making fingers. It's not only going one lane. So it's serious problem. You can see the proximity to quarters. Yes, and if it continues, it can eat up. And near the hostel too, it has eaten parts. Even the accessing the hostel is a problem. So it's a serious problem, and the erosion is continuous. So it's not only threat to lives, but it's threat to even the existence of the college. Because if it continues, it's eat up the land, and then there's no room for development, and the college might have to be relocated, which is not a small issue.
What people are suffering in the environment now is drainage, erosion. We farmers believe in farming, and the drainage is washing away the land to the people in this area. So if government like this can think about it, the government, the federal government and the state government can think of people like this, pass masses on the ground to bring development and to stop this kind of erosion like this, we can say we thank God for that, and we thank them very much.
I feel very, very excited and considering how we waited for this visit. It is very important that Gombe State scaled through, so that we join the first mover state that will enjoy the first disbursement. At the end of the day, the design will be made, and these the gullies will be fixed and people will be safe. The most important thing is reconnecting these people so that people will have easy access. Homes will be protected, farmlands will be protected, and we see a very brand new community developing because of the capacity to resilience, and that's what the project is talking about.
In Kaltungo and Shangom local government areas, the team assessed the damage done by active erosion in the two communities.
As a village, we always trek by our foot. So as we are going to another area, when the rainfall is much, we cannot be able to cross to another community. So it's a problem to us. So even some of our children do die in the stream. It's over 50 years since I was born. I discovered that this stream is existing. So it has been a threat to us. Yes, it has been a threat throughout the year, these years I've just mentioned.
These areas have been severely affected by gully erosion, with many residents struggling to cope with the aftermath. The selection criteria for beneficiary communities focus on 4 key areas: when there are threat to human life, disrupted social structures, threat to livelihood, and damaged social amenities. These criteria will guide the delegation's assessment and ensure that the most critical areas receive attention. Gombe State's struggle with gully erosion is long-standing, but with NEWMAP-EIB's support, there is hope for a better future. The state government has demonstrated its commitment by paying its counterpart funding of 500 million naira. Residents are optimistic that the intervention will bring relief and restore their communities.
This is a project where we'll be coming also with livelihood support program that will alleviate the suffering of the people and eradicate the level of poverty. And I want to assure you that the government is very serious and is very concerned about the livelihood of the citizens. And that is why, under the renewed hope of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he has assured Nigerians of a renewed hope. A renewed hope in the sense that he has assured Nigeria that he will provide a sustainable environment. He will provide climate smart city for Nigerians, and that is why we are here. And we are very much thankful to His Excellency for considering it necessary for us to come.
You cannot implement a project without these critical stakeholders. And these stakeholders are the traditional rulers, opinion leaders, religious leaders, youth groups, women groups, and all that. So for a project to be implemented and sustained, this group needs to be carried along. And by so doing, they should be able to advise and then accept the project as their own. So by way of advocating, the project implementing unit, they will be written out to these leaders. So my call to them is for them to accept these development programs that are bringing into their communities. Let them have it and own it, because it is their own project.
So their visit was a very welcome development, and they gave Gombe a pass mark based on what they have seen on ground in terms of our organization, commitment, and everything. And we'll be expecting their report, but it will not be any different from what they have informed us. We know that now, by the grace of God, Gombe will be able to be listed in the first tier because it's on first come, first served basis. So having, met almost all the requirements, I think Gombe State is in a good position to be included in the first tier, because the funds they have there is limited, and the faster you move, the more you organize yourself, the better. Because what that means is that you'll be able to accommodate almost all the gully erosions we have identified. It's not only within Gombe Metropolis. We have gone around even down to the local governments. We have identified them, and from what I've seen so far, I know they are very serious from what they have said and what I've seen, and I'm very sure that if they are able to do what they said they will do, then the project will impact positively on the lives of the people of Gombe State.
Lalle wannan kwarin kam dai ba wata hukuma mai kama da wannan da ta taba zuwa muka gade jama'a sun bulbulo ko ta ina kaman wannan karo din. Wannan shine karo na farko da muka gani, kuma mun yi farin ciki, ba musamman me ka ku ba da farko. Amma a yanzu mun ƙara jin farin ciki game da zuwan da kuka yi, kuma musamman kun ce daga Abuja, akwai wasu ku daga Abuja. Muna musu fatan Allah mai da su gida lafiya. Kuma gaskiya babu abin da zamu cewa mai girma gwamnan jiha, sai dai mu ƙara masa godiya saboda irin ayyukan da yake yi.
When all these gullies are lined up and we're able to harvest this stormwater downstream and use it for agricultural purposes, it's going to mean a lot for the children in the future. We're looking at maybe in the next 50 years, we have children that will remember the regime of His Excellency Muhammad Joinwa Gombe for the concept, for the vision he has for them. And you can see all the road, even the road construction are being conducted in the town, and in a way controlling gully.
The findings and recommendations of the NEWMAP-EIB delegation will pave way for effective disbursement that will kick off the project to address the devastating effect of gully erosion in Gombe State.